Hello, happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my living room. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time where we can relax and craft, and we work on a project together for about an hour in the evening. And we work on the project until we are done. From beginning to end, we go through the whole process. So we've been working on the Charming Chevrons quilt by Krista Watson of Krista Quilts. And we are on the back of the quilt. The front is done. The back is almost done. We just need to pin the top and bottom borders for the back on today. So first I'm going to press what we did yesterday, and we'll start pinning those borders. And it's going to be a short one tonight because after pinning the borders, we need to sew again, and that will be in the other room. So we'll do that tomorrow. So thanks for joining me, everyone. And thank you guys so much if you ordered some of my new kits. Right now I'm having a new a sale for my new embroidery kits, and I have links to that in this Facebook post here. And the sale only lasts through Friday, so you guys are awesome, and I appreciate it a ton. They'll start shipping tomorrow, so some of you will have them real soon here. So, and it's a first come, first serve. So if you ordered early, you'll get yours real soon. So thanks again, guys, and we'll just get going. Let's get pressing. So I'm gonna head over here. Okay, so we got the front of the quilt here, and we have not pressed our side seams yet. This is what we sewed yesterday, were the side borders here. And, you know, I was thinking, oh, we'd press them all out tonight. But really, all we need to have pressed is the top and the bottom. I just want the top and the bottom really nice and flat so we can pin our borders to it easier. So I think I'm going to just skip sewing the sides or pressing the sides, and I'm going to rotate this. Let's just worry about the top and bottom a little bit, because we're going to have to press this whole thing again later. So why bother doing all that now? So let's do, is this still on? Yep, we're good. So yeah, I really only need this top and bottom edge looking nice. So we'll just scooch along here little by little. So here's that seam. So that's the seam of our border. That I want to get nicely, but only for this little area. We don't have to do the full length. That'll be good enough. Hello from New Jersey. Hey, Jane. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Ooh, you guys, and Friday is Finish It Friday. And that's when we stop whatever project we're working on, which is this Charming Chevrons quilt. And it's the first Friday of the month is when we do this, and we stop work on what we're working on and break out one of those unfinished projects. So I think I've made a decision. I think I'm going to break out my splendid sampler quilt. So I know a lot of you guys were with me when I sewed the whole splendid sampler quilt, and that was like a year ago, and I am still not done. Gosh, I'm so close to being done. All I have to do is sew some straight lines in the border, just however many straight lines to fill up the border, and I'm going to do them far apart too. So all I have to do is sew some lines in the border and then put a binding on, and then it's done. But it's been sitting around like for a year, just sitting. So this Finish It Friday thing, we kind of finished our last project for Finish It Friday that we've been working on, that hedgehog wall hanging. So man, if we can crank out this splendid sampler, it would be nice to have the splendid sampler done before the next splendid sampler 2 starts. So I'm not sure if I'll be doing the splendid sampler 2 yet, but I'll find out soon. So I'll let you guys know right away. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to do the splendid sampler 2 blocks. So if you wanted to follow along with me for that, and work on the blocks. It uses just tons of techniques. And so if you're ever wondering, oh, how do you English paper piece, or how do you foundation paper piece, or what does that even mean, or how do you applique, how do you, you know, just make half square triangles, you know what I mean? It's gonna go over everything. So it's just like a really great quilt. At least the first one was, and I'm assuming the second one will be similar. The first one was just such a great learning tool, and I learned a ton along the way. So I feel like I'm a little more equipped this time around to walk you through the process a little bit more, just because I learned so much from doing the first one. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm still have to find out from the people who run it if it'll be okay for me to film. Yes, and Joe, the granny square quilt, I still want to do that as well. So and you know, we'll be doing the sketchbook cover as well with some more embroidery stuff. So there are still projects on the docket that we want to do. And I don't want the Splendid Sampler to take over from those either. I'm just flipping this around now. We did this top. Now let's get the bottom. It's getting big. But yes, so all the projects that we've already talked about earlier, I still want to do those as well, including the granny square quilt. So I think soon here, like in the next next week or something, I'll send another newsletter out just to kind of, just as a check-in on some of these projects that we wanted to do, just to let you know that we're still doing them, and I'll share links and stuff. And you know, when you're working on a quilt and some big projects like this, it takes a while to finish. So it takes a while to get the next project started. But yeah, if we do anything with the Splendid Sampler too, we're not going to do it straight through. Like we'll only work on it like maybe twice a week or something, and the rest of the days we'll stick to some of these other projects that we've been working on. Oh, Samantha, I adore this iron as well. So the only problem with mine is that the base is a little bit cracked. I think it cracked when it was shipped to me, and it might be just too much to return it. So I don't know. I'm deciding what to do with it. But yeah, I love it. The fact that there's no cord is just a game changer for sure. Like right now, I'm pressing in the middle here, and I don't have to worry that I'm going to run over my cord or any of that. It's just great. I love it. Oh, you ordered the felt pressing mat. So yeah, you guys, on Massdrop. So massdrop.com, massdrop.com. That's where I got this iron, and it's also where I got my wool pressing mat, which I love, but they are offering that pressing mat again now. So if you missed the first sale for that pressing mat, it is back up. So you can go to massshop.com and it's there. Yes, Jennifer, it is a Panasonic. I think it's called like the Panasonic like 360 iron, cordless 360. It's actually, I have a link for it in the Facebook post here, but if you just go to Amazon and go Panasonic 360 iron cordless, it'll pop up. But it's called 360 because it's got points on each side. So the bummer is I can't like set it here like that, but that's why I have the base right here. But you can go either way and get points. You know, you can dig into your seams in whatever direction you're sewing, and it's cordless. It didn't matter that it had the 2 points. That's an extra bonus. But, you know, that it's cordless, that's the good part. Yes, Bonnie, it's a steam iron too. I haven't put water or anything in it yet, so I haven't tested the steam portion of it. But yes, this actually pops out somehow. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So, oh, that's goofy. Look. So this is the water thing, and you can fill it up. Then it just pops back in. That's interesting. I bet you they do it like that because then I can have it in the base. I can pop it all out, bring it to the sink or whatever, and then bring it back, and this will still be heating up in the base. That's clever. All those fun little secrets you find out. Oh yeah, Jennifer, you'll have to buy it in Australia because the outlets are different by you. Yeah. Yeah, and you know, with an iron, an iron usually sucks a lot of energy, so I'd be a little nervous about using a converter with it or something. So yeah, probably good to see if they have it with your style of outlet. Okay, we are almost done pressing. So again, I'm not worrying about the rest of the seams that we pressed last night or that we sewed last night. I'm just worried about this top and bottom area, getting those flat, because that's what we're gonna clip the top and bottom of the borders to. So that's the only place that really needs to be okay. The rest can wait. All right, done. I'm gonna just scooch this guy off to the side, turn him off. He can cool down there. See, now I wish my microphone was cordless. All right, here we are. I'm gonna just shimmy this right here for now. Let me move the iron. The cool thing about this iron, so this is that iron that I got from Amish country a few years ago, but you just lift it up and it kind of collapses on itself. It scares me a little bit, but oh yeah, there we go. Meow. I'm definitely not a pro at that yet, but it's so cute. It's got like just 3 legs kind of, and the way it mechanically, locks in place is pretty neat. I like it. All right, now let's lay this guy out. It's getting so much bigger with the is this the right? Yeah, with the borders. So there it is with the side borders. Here, I'll scooch it up a little bit more so you guys can see. But it's getting bigger. All right, so let's see. Maybe I can point you guys down a little bit more. There we go. So you can tell like just how much bigger it got with the 2 borders, because there were like 17-inch borders, and they're a little bit bigger than we need them to be, but it's the back of the quilt. So we want the back to be bigger for when we sandwich the quilt together with the front and the batting, just in case the front gets larger and larger from us like pushing down on it. So that's why we have the little extra on the side. But it's all kind of floating in the middle there, and now we just need to do the top and the bottom the same way as last night. Yep, I got socks on yet. Yeah, I'm actually sweating right now. It has been it was 80 earlier in the week. Today was only around 67, but oh God, just so beautiful. It's just too much. This perfect weather. I love it. It smells so beautiful outside. It just rained, so we have all that pretty rain smell. Ugh, it could not be better right now. I love it. We had all the windows open today, like every single window. I love it. All right, we'll start up here. Okay, I think I got both here yet. Yeah. Okay, set this guy aside. So if you guys remember, these are perfectly in half. So the seam, when I open this, the seam is the halfway point on here, on the border. And we need to find the halfway point on the quilt here, the top here. So I'm gonna just fold it in half. I'm going to match the top up. And just kind of flatten the top out, and I'm just going to put a little crease with my fingers at kind of what I'm thinking is the center point there. Then we'll unfold it again. That's probably good enough. And I have that little crease right there. So we're just going to take this guy, and with right sides together, I'm going to match up this center line here with the crease, and we will pin. And I'm pinning with the Wonder Clips again. Ah! That's like the nightmare, is if I dump a whole thing of Wonder Clips. At least it wouldn't be like dumping a whole thing of like pins or something though. I suppose it's better than that. All right, so I'm gonna pin the middle first. And then we'll go to the end. So this is much bigger than the sides because we have to add in the sides amount for this top and bottom. So dealing with a little bit more border. All right, matching up the ends here. All right, and then we're just gonna kind of keep centering it. Lining up the edge. Just kind of trying to kitty scratch it in place a little bit. If you just kind of rub a little bit with your fingernails, it'll shush the top of the fabric just barely enough. And I'm just trying to line up the edges. And there's not much we have to do here. It's all lining up. Like the top isn't a ton bigger than the bottom or anything, so this will be easy to clip this side. We'll add a couple more in here though. Back on the floor again here. I'd still like to come up with a better solution than this, but I don't have a table big enough. I don't have a wall big enough to do this any differently, really. I barely have this floor. You know, if I did a king-size quilt, that would not be happening here. I mean, this is a twin-size quilt, and yeah, I'm not even sure how I'm going to sandwich it. I might have to move the furniture even more. All right, that's done. Let's do this side. So again, we have that center one, and let's match the end. Ooh, now this one wants to stretch a little bit more. All the windows are open, or I closed the windows in here, but you guys can probably start hearing the airplanes a lot again now. An airplane just flew over. We're pretty close to the airport here. All right. Get these. This is going real quick here. Sometimes, like with the Splendid Sampler, a lot of the blocks stretch so much, and it was a little more difficult to center, or a little more difficult to pin these. Like the top would always be a little smaller than the bottom, and I'd have to stretch and pull a little bit. This is going pretty well. I'll be able to read your guys' comments a little bit more once I do the bottom here. But okay, that's it. That's the top. That wasn't difficult. Let's shimmy up a little bit more. All right, the back is so modern looking. I love how the chevrons float. Oh, Glennis, yeah, I'm totally loving that too. And I really like that it's different from the front. Like the front is like the controlled chevrons, and then the back is the little more out there chevrons. And I love that it's still the chevron theme. I think it's just, I really like how that's turning out. Yeah, and with all this red, like with the red border, they're just floating in space, which is kind of fun. All right, so I'm gonna fold this in half again to find that center, and then we'll pin this other one to here. It's a little more difficult because we got all that weight up there now. Okay, I think that is my center. I'm just going to crease that with my thumb again. And I'm going to just straighten this out. I think it'll be a little easier. It's taken over my living room. This is the part where it's good that I don't have any animals, because I think they would be in the middle of this immediately, right? Okay, right sides together. Here's my center point. All right. Yeah, so tomorrow we will just sew these tops and bottoms. And that'll be it really, but I was thinking maybe, you know, I did that, I don't know if you guys saw my video yesterday of the llama with the tassels. It might be fun to make a few tassels tomorrow, because those are just kind of fun to add to anything, and they're just super fast and quick and easy, so that might be kind of a fun thing to play around with. We'll see. But since it's going to go so fast to sew these two seams, it might be fun to do something else too. You know, maybe we can start the Finish It Friday. That's what we should do. Maybe I'll get the maybe I'll get the Splendid Sampler quilt out, and we will just start quilting that. Oh, the little tassels. Making the tassels would be fun. You haven't had a chance to watch the llama vid yet. Oh, okay, so yeah, the tassels would be fun too. So why don't we, we'll sew these. This will take like, I don't know, 8 minutes to sew probably. And then we'll make some tassels, and those will take another 6 minutes. Those are so fast and easy and fun. Really, they're fun, a fun way to add anything. And then, oh yeah, I did use a big needle for the yarn. I can show you guys that too, for the tassel. And yeah, then maybe we take a look at the Splendid Sampler a little bit and get that all set up to do the quilting, because on Thursday we'll be back out here to press all of this again. And oh, I know, Thursday we'll be there. So Friday, yeah, so Friday we'll, it's Finish It Friday, so if we get that out a little bit early on Thursday, which is tomorrow, then that might be kind of fun. I do like the tassels, and there are a few fun ways to do tassels, and it might be fun to just dig into that a little bit more too. But yeah, if you're working on any project, throw some tassels on there, and it'll just make it extra cute. All right, we are almost done here. This is clipping very well compared to some of the other quilts I've done, so I'm happy about that. I guess it's the back. There's not as much going on. Not as much to give us any variables in the sides here. All right, so that is that. I think I'm going to fold it up here quick so it's easy to sew. So I'm going to sew from, you know, top to bottom like you do when you sew. So I just kind of want to scrunch this up, you know, maybe kind of like that, because then these are exposed and those are exposed. Maybe I'll even do it again here. There we go. And now I'm just gonna kind of zigzag this a little bit. And there we go. So now tomorrow it's all ready to sew. I will start with this edge here, and since we kind of accordion styled it, it should just unfold itself a little bit, and this will go on the table next to me, the TV tray that I put there. Maybe I could do tassels for, oh, to your temperature blanket. Oh, that would be fun. They would be like these little clouds and stuff. So yeah, we'll do tassels. That'll be super fun. You've never bought yarn before. Are there different thicknesses? Oh yes, there are lots of different thicknesses of yarn, Gretchen, for sure. But for this tassel, for the yarn wrapped hoop, you really can use whatever you want. I wouldn't go, well, we can talk about that a little bit tomorrow, the yarns. I wouldn't go too bulky because you do want, you need to get that hoop back onto the embroidery afterwards, and if it's too thick, you won't be able to open it wide enough. But we'll look at that llama hoop with the tassels a little bit more tomorrow, and then we'll make some tassels. And there's a fun way to make tassels out of a skein of embroidery floss, and I've been wanting to try it, so we'll do that too maybe. So all right, tassels tomorrow. Well, we'll sew this first. Again, that'll take like 8 minutes, and then we'll play with tassels, and then maybe prep for Finish It Friday, which will be the Splendid Sampler border or start of it. So woohoo! That is our Thursday tomorrow then, guys. Thanks for joining me tonight again, and if you haven't checked out the new kits, I hope you check them out. And also I did a few videos, including that llama, how to do the llama yarn wrapped hoop with the tassels. I put that up yesterday, and again, we'll go over that tomorrow as well. So awesome, guys. I will catch you tomorrow, and I'll get this up on YouTube right now, and it'll probably be up there within an hour or so if you wanted to watch the replay. So awesome. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me again. Good night.